Our folklore project is an interview with Jake's great aunt.
On the weekends, she would come down and take care of my great-grandmother when she was sick.
After she had passed, she said she started having encounters with her great grandmother, or his great grandmother.
He said that I was going to tell y'all a story about my mother-in-law. Most people can tell a lot of stories about their mother-in-law, but I've got one that's really, really true, and will scare you to death if you had been there. But this lady, I'll have to tell you a little bit about her first, so she was a lady that would be more like my mother if I didn't have a mother, and so she was just that good to me and the rest in the family, So, but her name was Lorraine, and so very sweet, nice lady, but would do anything to help anybody. But she had gotten sick, and she had died at an early age of 52.
Oh, what was she sick with?
She was sick with cancer,
Okay.
and we were hoping that she would just, get rid of it, but it never happened, and we really just so sad when we found out there could be no help and everything, but anyway, and so she passed away. They had a clock hanging on the dining room wall, and so I had walked down the hall from their bedroom where she had passed and went into the dining room, and I just happened to look at the clock to check the time, and the clock had stopped. This clock had never stopped before. The clock had stopped at 6:30, and that's exactly the time that she had passed away. And after she had passed away, we would come down to their house every weekend, which we already did. And because Uncle Vic worked across the street at the service station. And so we would go down there every weekend, and no one would be at the house but me. And now I'd be left by myself there, and so I was doing around and whatever I could do in the house to help. And so then one day when I was in there all by myself, and now I was in the kitchen where I normally stay doing, and and then all of a sudden I heard somebody calling me. And I put down what I was doing, and I stood there and I listened. I said, no, that's just my imagination, So anyway, so I picked it up and I started doing it again and everything. And then all of a sudden I heard somebody, hey, hey. I stopped and I listened. I thought, somebody's calling me. They must have come in the front door. So I went to the back, but it sounded just like my mother-in-law, Miss Gilman. That was kind of eerie feeling, to even think that. And so I went on back there and I got to looking. I said, just your imagination. So I came back to the kitchen and I was a-doing, and then I heard a noise. And I thought, what was that? And it sounded like a door. And I said, okay. So someone did come in. And I went back through there again, calling. Nobody was there. I even opened the basement door and hauled it down there. Nobody was there. And I said, all right, calm down. It's just your imagination. Your nerves are getting kind of bad now, so just calm down. Everything's all right. Went back in there, and I think I worked peeling potatoes, doing something for lunch. And I started back doing it again. And then all of a sudden, something brushed up against my shoulder. And I turned around and I looked. And I looked. I thought, now wait a minute. I felt that. And then I got to talking to myself again. I usually talk myself out of anything, And I got to talking to myself again, and I said, no. I said, it's nothing like that. No. So I moved from that spot, and I was doing whatever, and And then a little bit later, something brushed by me again and touched me. I says, okay, nobody's here. I'm here by myself. There was somebody calling me, and now I feel somebody touching me. I don't like this. I'm leaving. And so I went in there, and I just put everything away, And I got my purse and I went out the door and went across the street to where my husband was sick. And I told him, I says, when someone comes into the house, I'll come back. But until then, I'm not staying in that house by myself again, ever. And I didn't. And that's the way it was. And then we got to talking about it, Vic and I did, and he says, well, it was just Mom letting you know how much she cared and loved you. And I appreciated that, but I already knew, and she didn't have to come back to tell me. And it scared me. So that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.